Well, good afternoon. Gary Reyes is my name, and I am going to talk to you about the demographics of Foley High School. Today is the 10th of April, 2017. Dr. Fossett, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to really display our school and kind of let you know the demographics of the school and what the school is all about and how outstanding it is. From the student body to the faculty and staff, I would say that we're pretty close to being one of the top high schools in the state of Alabama. Okay, let me show you a map, okay, or a snapshot of the school so that we can have it, and then we can go ahead and talk about the numbers and things of that nature. All right, so bear with me as we move around and move this camera about. All right, here we go. Okay, this is the snapshot of what the school looks like. Okay, the only building that is not shown here because it's way off to one of the sides is a indoor training facility for the football team. That building in itself cost over $3 million. When we have inclement weather, that's where they go and that's where they're trained. There's also classrooms inside the building, which is not shown. Alrighty, so let me go back to the other side and then we'll continue. Okay, so bear with me as I set my camera back up to continue to speak to you. It'll just be a minute or so. Okay. All right. So this recording is supposed to be like 3 minutes long, which realistically is pretty difficult to do a 3-minute presentation. But Foley, the city of Foley, okay, its population, I would say Baldwin County. Baldwin County is like about 195,121 from a census that was taken last year. The city of Foley has a population of 15,818 residents in the city of Foley. Okay. Let's talk about the student population at Foley High School. The student population at Foley High School is 1,950. Foley High School happens to be the largest school in Baldwin County. Okay, I would say that the school in itself gets about $8,976 per student on an annual basis. So mind me, okay, talking about a school, and why would I want to tell you this? Because I want all of those individuals that have come in with Airbus and all of those subcontractors, all of those engineers that are going to live in Baldwin County, they need to think about Foley High School if they have kids within that age. 76% of our students, okay, graduate from high school versus the state is 74. So realistically, our numbers are better than the overall state. We have a total population of 11% Hispanic or Latinos. 16% of our population here at the Foley High School, they're blacks. And of course, the majority in the composition of the student body is 71 for all white. Okay, so if we have 71% white, we would say that we have 40 43.9 males in the high school versus 43.3 females. So it's pretty much it's pretty even. Okay. So what is the ratio? Everybody, when they move into a new area, they want to know how many students per teacher. Well, here at Foley High School we have 19:1, which realistically is a lot better than our counterparts around the area, which run about 25, 30, some 35, but we're running about 19:1, and that's very respectable. That's a very respectable number. Now let's talk about the scores. Okay, I've looked at a couple of scores in probably the testing that I have selected. The test that I've selected is the ACT Aspire. Okay, one of the things that I have learned in reference to the demographics that I have given you about Foley High School is that the Hispanics and the blacks do not do very well with the written component. Okay, so there's reading and comprehension, and they don't do well in that area. I mean, the whites do very, very well. Okay, so that's I would say that overall in the school, looking at the total population, that reading I would give them a plus. Okay, writing, not looking at the blacks and the Hispanics, I would say that they're probably about an average. Okay, in the science, talking about marine biology, chemistry, and biology, I would give them a plus. It's really amazing because even the Hispanics that have come in and they've been with us for about 2 years and that are non-English speaking, they do very, very well in the sciences. Okay, not only in the sciences but also in the math area. Somehow we have discovered that their test scores are better than average for not knowing the language. So Algebra A and Algebra B, 1A and 1B, they do very well coming into their first year. Marine biology, I mean, they do well, but they seem to struggle with a lot of the terms. I'm speaking in reference to the Hispanic population at Foley High School. So I would say that the overall population, looking at the demographics of the city, looking at the demographics of the high school, I would say that that the sum, okay, sum, and I'm not sure what sum is, but maybe it's more than 50% of the population of the Hispanics and the blacks, and a small percentage of the whites. They seem to struggle with the written component, to where reading and comprehension seems to be a problem. Not so much being able to read. They're able to read, but they don't really comprehend. They don't really understand the material and the core of what the subject matter was. Okay. So anyway, so let me leave you with a couple of things. Okay. Realistically, there is no better town to move into than the town of Foley. The town of Foley is growing, just like the county in itself. Baldwin County happens to be, I believe, the second or the third largest city that has grown within the last 5 to 10 years in population. So everybody wants to move here. Look, I mean, we have over 100 staff, and they don't rotate. It takes a long time for you, if you're in a standby, to try to move into the school system here in Baldwin County, because they just stay here and they retire. They don't want to move anywhere else. They love it here. They are treated fairly. I mean, and the administration is just fantastic. There's only one thing that I would project, that maybe for the year 2020 2017, 2018, 2019, as we continue to grow in population and as we continue to build more schools and more wings all throughout the county. I mean, there's a new high school that's being built in Alberta. High school, they'll start the 9th grade this year and then the 10th next year, and so forth and so on. The elementary school in Daphne, Elementary East, is also getting a new wing. They're revamping also in a new wing at the school in Bay Minette, okay, the Bay Minette Elementary. Summerdale, off of Highway 59, is also getting a new wing. Why? Because the county continues to expand. But look, there's jobs in the city of Foley, okay? The city of Foley continues to grow, industries coming in, and recreational parks are coming in. So this is where it's at. The staff in Foley High School are nothing less than outstanding. They are great, and they work with the students because they know that they want to put out a good product. The worst thing that can happen is for our kids to go to the university and not do well, and the first thing they're going to ask them is, where did you go to high school? And we're going to say, or they're going to say, Foley High School. So the school in itself has never received any negative publicity from many of the surrounding universities in the area. But listen, I want to thank you, Dr. Fossett, for giving me the opportunity to put this on a video. And graduation rate is 76%, 2% better than the state, okay? Just to recap, population of Foley is 15,818, which is not real big and not too small, okay? Total population student body, like I said, 1,950, which is great. But the key point to look at is the student ratio that is 19:1 versus all of our other neighbors that are around us. Whether we're looking at Escambia County, we're looking at Mobile County, Clara County, Washington County, all of those schools, I mean, they're ranging above 25 versus 19, and some are even in the 30 plus. So thank you so much, and for allowing me to create this video and talk to you a little bit about the demographics and what we expect to see from Foley High School in the future. Thank you so much, and have a good evening.